Disease Control and Prevention now warning people to stay home this Thanksgiving. That said, AAA, they estimate a little more than 50 million Americans will still be traveling for the holiday. That's about 6 million shy of the number last year. Of course, there was no pandemic last year. CBS 12's Lexi Nall telling us more about what families are doing this year to keep the tradition alive.
Despite the CDC warning against traveling this Thanksgiving holiday, Sunday was the busiest travel day since the start of the pandemic. And while some will take to the skies, others will make do with smaller or even virtual Thanksgiving dinners.
It seems as if everyone's going their own way to protect each other, I guess. There'll be no large family gatherings.
Terry Weissman and her daughter Sarah live just down the street from one another, but they've barely seen each other in months.
We see each other outside by their pool. We don't hug. We stay 6 to 10 feet apart.
Sarah and Terry are taking quarantine very seriously lately so that they can finally reunite and spend some quality time together on Thanksgiving. But even that will be unusual.
We're going to have all the food laid out in the kitchen, wear the masks while we're preparing it, wear the masks while we're serving our plates, buffet style, and, just be as careful as we can.
Sarah and Terry typically fly into New York to be with their extended family for Thanksgiving, but this year the CDC recommends staying put while COVID-19 cases and hospitalizations spike across the country. Here in Florida, many counties are at a tipping point ahead of the Thanksgiving holiday, and that includes Palm Beach County. The Harvard Global Health Institute study recommends stay-at-home orders are necessary to control the spread. It's something infectious disease expert Thomas Unash echoes, but he says if you must travel, the mask is your best defense.
If you're careful and you're wearing a mask and you keep it on while you're in the airplane, you're probably going to be okay traveling by air.
And though it might be tempting to hop on a plane, Dr. Unash says that Sarah and her mother are doing the safest thing by staying put.
It's a wonderful time of the year here in Florida. Spend as much time as you can outside, out in the backyard. Maybe even plan to eat out in your lanai or out in your backyard or in a picnic table or something like that to reduce the risks.
And if it feels isolating to have a socially distant dinner or even cancel the celebrations entirely.
I think everyone's kind of just bummed out and going to stay in their own home and do their own small thing. And
local therapist Debbie Rasso says the best way to cope if you can't see family is to treat Thursday like any other day.
It doesn't really matter what they're doing down the street. It matters why you're doing what you're doing. Most likely you're doing this because you want to keep your family and your loved ones safe. And you have to just keep remembering that. Don't have to put yourself at risk just because you see other people doing it. Make your day the best day it can be for you.
Again, the CDC says to stay home and eat only with your immediate family this Thanksgiving. But if you do have to travel, make sure you check out the caseload in the area you're going to and make sure you know what's expected of you in terms of quarantining and testing. For now, reporting in West Palm Beach, I'm Lexi Nall, CBS 12 News.
Don't forget, you can host a virtual Thanksgiving. Here are a few tips. A local doctor gave us our partners over at the Sun Sentinel to bake a new dish and share the recipe. They say it's easier to make something new for a smaller amount of people. Tip number 2 is pick up one virtual host to eliminate any confusion. And finally, check your internet connection.